rolling from the dirt, just banging my turf like Snoop did. Same color rag, just a new crib, blue bandanas, blue dickies, and a dude's spit.
Hey, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. You already know we getting into it, man. We tapping in. I know I'm looking like your auntie right now. Don't mind. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? A little early on this side and stuff like that, but Capricorn, man, I hope you're doing good out there. Sun, Moon, Rising, tapping in. You know, we just vibing over here. You caught some of the nip wave. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? Fly high to the nip, man. Capricorn, how's your energy, yo? We have this full moon. You get your reading on the day of the full moon. It's a square for you. It's a full moon in Libra. Okay, so we had the new moon earlier, the new moon eclipse in Aries, which is a little bit different for you, which was a learning period as well, right? Of course, the new moon in Aries had you, you know, learning and navigating your actions and your emotions in a little bit of a different way, or maybe you were acting on emotions a little bit in a different way, possibly in a different mannerism, right? And how you act on emotions, and just how you understand your emotional body is a little bit different right now. You know, undergoing that level of new understanding, that form of transformation. Okay, that which isn't too bad. It's a good learning period for you. I think it's pushing and fostering a lot of growth, showing you a lot of what you have done, a lot of what others have done, understanding your position, where you are, and how you can continue moving forward and continue to be prosperous, okay, in your own way. I think you're seeing, based upon where and how you've asserted yourself with the Aries energy, you know, with the sun in Aries, you've taken actions, you show up where necessary and things of that nature. And I think you're just learning how to show up a little bit better, especially towards, especially for yourself, and then because you have this sort of understanding of relationships right now, and how you're relating to people, places, and things. Okay. How you're relating to people, places, and things is changing because you're understanding how you assert yourself. You are like, there may be some separation with people who you're relating with based upon how you're asserting yourself. The emperor energy, like the status and the boss, you know, position that you're in, it took effort, it took work, it took time, you know, and like there's certain relationships that are trying to take from it, and you're like, bro, like you're kind of understanding what relationships may need to be released, how you're relating to these people, places, and things need to be released based upon the work that you've put in for your own sake, for your own self, okay? We see the magician here as well at the bottom, so it lets me know, gives me confirmation that you are incorporating what's necessary for you. I think you could be you could be someone who's often dolo, or who likes to do things alone. You could work strongly alone, okay? I'm hearing you working alone could develop a stronger stability or like archetype. But there may be some sort of union right now. I see the truce energy. I see Libra energy here. So I think maybe this is like a realignment of your relationships. But this is not just your intimate relationships, but your partnerships. Okay? This is an alignment of partnerships. We have a volunteer, and what is that, Emperor, right? Yep, it is, of course. I told you. I can feel your energy right now, guys. And intuition is going crazy. You see the Strength card? You're trying to stay strong and understand, like, you know, position yourself and consider your next move. See, because the Princess of Wands, there's something that's manifested because of this position, and there may be people, places, and things that don't like what's manifested based upon this position, because it puts you in a position of authority, okay? And some people maybe some just may not like that. I don't know. It just may not sit well with them. I don't know what that is, okay? It can tap in to the energy and stuff like that, and find out and see a little bit of what's good there. But Princess of Wands falling out again. Libra energy adjustment. See, you're adjusting something in your life. It's adjusting certain people, places, and things because it's fucking with your foundation. The Four of Pentacles here is fucking with your foundation and your earning ability, how you can save, put money away, and build, and things of that nature. So I just need the Three of Swords, maybe some separation. Emperor again at the bottom of the deck, and the Universe, success and accomplishments. So it's some sort of release, because due to some sort of success based upon the position that you're in, that's how you're gonna progress. Okay, that's why we're seeing the Fortune here. With the Fortune energy. Okay. Comment down below, guys. Let me know where you're tuning in from, Capricorn. We have a global community here, and we're over here on the East Coast, north side, things of that nature, where it's a little cold still. Spring is here, though. So with that being said, yeah, drop a comment down below. Let me know. It always keeps me motivated and intrigued and things of that nature. First part, and most important part, Triple H Tarot is you. First card coming out that we have is another Earth card, and this right here, I feel like. Capricorn, I feel like Queen of Discs. Who else started the... No, someone else got that card, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe they're one of the other cardinal signs, okay? But someone else got that card. You, it's in the past. I think you move forward from something. Oh, Scorpio energy. A lot of you guys are the Scorpio energy. Is Mars, right? But it could be... It's just Mars or the Aries season. That's why all this Scorpio energy, okay? The Queen of Discs, the road less traveled, your ability to perceive long-term understanding and like long-term fulfillment. I think there's something that you would there's something that you could have been working towards for a while as well, that you may have moved forward from. Like you just left it, like you could have just said, you know what, this has been something I've been doing for a long time and I'm kind of just tired of it now. So you want to move, you want to kind of transition. And that's why I think we're seeing this transformation energy in your current energy. It's like, man, maybe you've been doing this thing for too long, and you're kind of seeing based upon which like the people, places, and things limitations. Your relationships can be showing you some certain limitations, and you're like, whoa, you're going through some sort of personal transformation because you're realizing if you've ascended or went beyond what you used to know. See? Oh my goodness. Taurus energy with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is here to tell you guys that this is when the student is ready, the teacher appears, and vice versa. So I think you're someone of influence around and amongst your community or like your friend group. Okay, there's a lot of leadership amongst the people you communicate with and commune with. They see you're getting more power and control over yourself going through this personal transformation because you're like, well, I've been going down this road for a long time. I got to take more power and control and kind of level up my mind, my life, my state of being. So you're going through this Scorpionic energy, this personal transformation. Okay, you're embodying the Scorpio energy. You may know Scorpio and things of that nature that could be of aid or like in relation. Okay, but a Taurus could be a hidden influence. But it's really the Taurus energy as a hidden influence. It's letting me know that I think you're stepping into the energy of the teacher, or the energy of the student, where you're becoming more of a student of life, based upon the wisdom. Like you're actually learning and you're implicating the lessons, and you're incorporating the lessons and things of that nature and the changes that's necessary based upon the higher mastery. Okay, the higher ascension, the more expanded way of thinking and things of that nature, perception. So this is something that's naturally changing for you, especially the way how you communicate with these people, places, and things. Because the full moon's in Libra, it deals with people, places, and things, relationships, friendships, partnerships, anything, business, contracts, paperwork. So however you communicate with these things are a little different now, because you're not just communicating blankly, but you're utilizing wisdom of the past and wisdom of your experiences, okay? Because of this personal transformation. See Ace of Discs in position 4. So you may be looking to start something new, and that may be a little bit of an obstacle for you, or it may take a little bit of time, okay? There may be this new thing that you have in your mind, or something that you know been working for you, or like is an idea, is a good idea, you have a good understanding of it. A lot of people can learn from you around this thing. And this is stability, this is learning, this is earth energy, business. This can be like a new business idea, a new business venture, learning a new thing, a new skill, right? Stepping into something new, right? Or taking this thing to new heights and doing what you know is an idea you know could work, been working for you, especially with the 4 of Diamonds here as well in position 4, 4 of Pentacles, 4 Ace of Discs in the 4 position. There's like there's some form of foundation that can lead to a lot of stability, okay? Which is nice. Position 5, we have Sagittarius, okay? The art card, I like the art card because this lets me know I think you're tapping into more of your to different aspects and attributes of yourself, Capricorn. I think like usually on the regular you may be more surface level and people may perceive you as more surface level, right? And more driven and just more productive and more focused on the material or like the money and of course you still are, of course, you know what I'm saying, it's just your nature. But now like you're also seeing the broader aspects of yourself and how certain parts of the self are incorporated to create the broader aspects of the productivity, of the habits, of the habitual natures that actually progress and cause and initiate the productivity, okay? Or initiate the stability, I should say, for yourself. Or for people in general, because you're seeing how certain people who aren't incorporating certain aspects or parts of themselves don't like have what you have or aren't sustainable like you're sustainable in some way, shape, or form. And that's an important thing to keep in mind because it shows you that it's not just the one thing that majority of people are going after, but the little and subtle things within the unseen that you're doing that is actually aiding you and helping you and helping your state of being and aiding your life, okay? It's the little small incremental changes that you're making in your day-to-day life, okay, that's actually improving your lifestyle as a whole on a large scale. And you may not even be realizing this. You may be thinking, well, this is small. You don't even tell your homies you're doing this. You don't even do this, but it's impacting your mind so much to the point where you're going through this personal transformation, and they may be looking at you like, but this guy, like, you shifting, you have this whole, they learn it from you pretty much. Long story short, they learn it from you because like how you look at it is not just so basic anymore. You have this complex, you have like a more complex way of perceiving it, because it works for you. Like it's simple, but in your own way. Okay, and this is why like you figured it out though because you spent the time to figure it out. These people didn't figure it out because they didn't go within. They didn't. It's not like you went within. I'm seeing with the Scorpio energy, yeah, you went within. So like you tapped into some sort of deeper depth beyond yourself or beyond your own perception or beyond your own understanding, beyond your own mental standing. There was a broader grasp that you've realized. It's like you went through. It's like you tapped into like a spiritual awakening type of energy. You know, like your first eye, third eye is getting more open, more aware. You're gonna be more woke and things of that nature. You're starting to understand how certain energies play out in people's lives because you're seeing it with like your homies and your friends and friend groups and things of that nature. Right, and how it's not playing out, for you, how it's playing out differently for you. So you're like, but you have to calculate and be able to perceive and pick up what's different for you, and that's different for them. When you're from the same area, from the same thing, we do the same thing, or in terms of like job aspect, we're from the same area in terms of hood, block, location, neighborhood, city. But how come they're not achieving what I'm achieving? But what am I incorporating subtly? What am I doing within my habitual natures and my habits? Okay, that's helping me do this. Okay. Position 6. Oh my goodness, the moon. Capricorn, this is crazy. This is good. Last couple signs ending off the week extremely powerful. Insane. Okay, we're going to pull. You know what? We're gonna use the playing card deck. Okay, hang tight with me, y'all. If y'all this far in, we're 13 minutes in. We're gonna use the playing card deck. We're gonna pull 2 clarity cards. Okay, we're going to pull 2 clarity cards before we pull the last outcome card here. The best path for you to walk is the moon. This is letting me know walk the path of your dreams. Walk the path of long-term fulfillment, okay? And when I say fulfillment, I mean I'm referring to long-term gain and things of that nature, not short-term gain. Short-term gain is when people will be nefarious and things of that nature, manipulated for the sake of gain. I'm talking about long-term gain. Long-term gain is what we call fulfillment, is what we're actually going for, and that's replacing short-term pain. You know what I'm saying? We're replacing the short-term pain for the long-term gain. So however that may apply for you, and that, like, let that resonate, let that sink in. Okay, what are you replacing in terms of short-term pain for the long-term gain? All right. Give me 2 clarity cards for Capricorn, please. 2 clarity cards. Okay, 1 came out. Very clear, Capricorn. Good job. Let me get another clarity card for Capricorn, please. 1 more clarity card for Capricorn. Woo! All right, good job, Cap. You clear. You said, you know what? You're not hesitating. I'm going to leave this one out right now. Before I get into these cards, Let me just put them off to the side, okay? Let me put them off to the side. I'm actually going to flip that over. Although you guys seen it already. I'm going to flip that over real quick. Just keep it off to the side. And at the bottom here, we have the king, okay? This is the king. And I want to talk about this a little bit because I seen a lot of this kingish energy. Well, I think it was the queen or the king that we seen here. But let's get into it. And as far as the outcome card, the best path to walk is walk the path of your dreams. Walk the path of the moon, okay? The moon, the dreams is important because... First of all, the way ahead also may be foggy. So it's important to see through the delusion. Yes, I think that's important for you. See through the delusion. Like for you, I think that's important. See through the fog. See through the fog and how people are delusional in their own life. How they're delusional towards themselves. Like, how can they be so delusional if things are working? Like, if things were working for them, then it would work. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. So it's like, see through the fog and understand that, right? With clarity, break through the delusion because you have this level of clarity with yourself. The outcome card, see the 8 of Cups. Capricorn, you might be stepping away from something. Let me know in the comments down below if you've been feeling like you want to step away from something lately. Okay, this is Saturn in Pisces. And this is stepping away from the things that don't fulfill you. You know, putting burdens, boundaries, and restrictions on your areas of fulfillment because of other people's dreams, because of other people's fantasies and delusions. Like, what are you upholding someone else's dream for? That has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? And this is you stepping away from some sort of fulfillment and that used to resonate with you, that no longer resonates because of people, places, and things, relationships. Like, you're realizing, like, bro, if people don't have this level of, like, maturity to learn or to, like, willingness to learn, what are you even doing here with the 8 of Cups? Because you're better off, like, with the Magician we seen, we would be better off alone. Because these people, places, and things could be holding you back within itself. And we see that because you need to walk, you're incorporating balance. Others' perspectives, they see you incorporating the art. A balanced lifestyle is a healthy lifestyle. So, with that being said, right? Yeah. Because you see it within your friends and your homies and girlfriends and boyfriends and whatever things of that nature, whatever gender, that a balanced lifestyle is good for the mind, body, spirit. So you're like, okay, well, I feel good, I'm getting my bag, I'm my spirit good, I feel good, my mind right, like, and I'm getting to it, and everyone else just like going down bad, and you like, nigga, like, so, but you're like, but so do something. And like, no one else wants to really do it or put in the work that you put in. Okay, let's get the 2 clarity cards, and we're going to pull the 2 oracle cards from the Goddess Wisdom, and we're going to be looking at some guidance for you guys, Capricorn, today. So this is going to be good. I'm kind of excited for you, and I'm here to see, this is actually letting me know this is like Aries season definitely puts you out through the initiation, through the ringer, and the full moon is letting you out, like, this is a powerful full moon. Like, I didn't think it was this strong. It didn't feel this strong for me. Because, like, you know, I have no planets there where it's playing out in Libra, but hey, it's there, man. It's there, and it's tough understanding, and it's separation and release where it no longer serves you in terms of people, places, and things. All right, so the first one we seen was this queen, okay? We seen this Queen of Clubs come out. And before I talk about that, I want to speak about the first one, because this came out first upside down. Oh, 2 queens. 2 queens. 2 queens. Oh, okay. 2 queens and the king. Oh, all right. Capricorn, keep doing you, because you gon' receive, like, you're understanding what you need to step away from and getting into your more power and control for yourself. This is not you worrying about power and control, power struggles with other people and controlling other people. You don't care. You're like, listen, I had to do this for me. I had to get right for me. How did you get right? You know what I'm saying? So that's heavy. And then that right there with the queen, the Queen of Hearts. You're gonna be receiving grand support towards this thing, towards an opportunity, towards a dream. So you do have good energy coming in. So don't feel like you stepping away from certain people, places, and things is gonna ruin something, because you stepping away, especially the people, places, and things that aren't actually helping you, or you're not receiving grand support from these things, that's the signal. You gotta let go of those so the other energy can come in, so that the grand support can come in towards the dream. You see what I'm saying? Because you gotta make space. A container, once if a container is overfilled, you won't make space to hold the water. Right? You gotta pour some out so it can hold it. Gotta get rid of the old to hold the new, to prepare the new. Okay, so this right here, the Queen of Hearts. Okay, you're like, listen, I'm open to receiving grant support towards this opportunity that's gonna help you take action. Like, I think, like, you got the double, you got the water and the fire. So it's receiving opportunity towards the dream, Pisces. So keep walking towards you're like, keep clearing out the fog, keep clearing the delusion, because you're either gonna have people help bring you clarity about this and your direction, or you're gonna have people not helping and you realizing you need to separate from. There's only two sides of the coin, okay? But the grant support that you receive is gonna help you with this dream, and it's gonna help you take action to where maybe you don't have to take as much action because you're with people, you're with like a team and things of that nature. And then we have the underlining theme here with the King. You guys see the King of Spades at the bottom of the playing card deck. Lets me know that you're one to give grant support overall. I think you're receiving grant support because you're always one to give it, especially in the forms of communication, information, and intellect, okay? So, okay, 2 cards coming out for you, Capricorn. At the bottom, we have Compassion, 27. You could be 27 years old, or you could be approaching like your Saturn return. This could be like something where you're in your Saturn return. I'm hearing like this could be like you playing catch up towards your Saturn return as well. If you don't know what a Saturn return is, check that out. Your Saturn return usually happens around 27, 28, 29, depending on your birthday time though. Saturn usually transits around every 3 years, I believe. So with that being said, see, like Saturn, see Saturn's in Pisces right now. I have a Saturn in. I should have my Saturn return in around. Let's see. Let's find out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find out. I like to pull up some of this. If you made it this far in the reading, like shout out to y'all. Okay, so Saturn's entering Aries this year. Yeah. Whoa. But why do I? So that means I have my Saturn return early because I have a late birthday? That's some bullshit. Hold on. I have my Saturn return at fucking. Oh, we gotta wait for it to hit the actual degree though. Okay, yeah. Okay, no. Because my Saturn is cusp. Is cusp Taurus. Okay, so yeah, it's retrograde and it's cusp Taurus. So for example, Saturn in Aries. Okay, so it's gonna be, and it'll be there until April 12th, 2028. Right. So, for example, Yeah, okay. So it's going to be re-entering Pisces back in September, and then re-entering Aries in 2026, okay? So, but yeah, Saturn will enter Aries in May, okay? So actually next month it'll be in Aries. Um, but it'll retrograde back into Pisces in September. But it'll remain in Aries till about April 2024, 2028, sorry. And that will be, because we're in 2025, 26, um, Evan, 28. Yeah, so it'll happen in 3 years. So it usually happens around 29. That's what I'm familiar with, like around 29, 28. You know what I'm saying? I was like, there's no way I'm gonna have my Saturn return at 26. But yeah, so Saturn, because mine is 28 degrees Aries, right? And Saturn takes about 3 years to transit. So by the time it reaches 28 degrees Aries, where it's retrograde and almost in Taurus, will be almost like a whole complete 3 years. So I'm gonna be almost around like late. That's why I said late for me, 29, 30, when I see my Saturn return. Okay. So that could be something that could be something that's important for you right now just to look into. Okay, your Saturn return. But the first two cards coming out for you here is Spider Woman, co-creation, and Pisces got this energy, and then Oshun, generosity. Pisces and Scorpio, both got these energies. Okay, so you may want to tap in, which we do see the moon here with Pisces energy. We do see Scorpio energy here with the Death card, transformation. So these could be two energies that you may want to embody, and it's weird because I've seen a couple other signs embodying the water energy. So I'm not sure what, like, I gotta see what energies the water signs were embodying, but yeah, which Scorpio got generosity as well, and then something else. They got generosity and mastery. Pisces got the co-creation and something else. Right, so it's like you guys are also getting similar water energies, okay? And then compassion here is like a water type energy, like a love, like a Venusian type energy, right? Which is very interesting. So let's go there. 49, okay, 49. Empowerment message. From the rich red earth, the Navarro goddess Spider Woman rises up to help you weave your dreams into the fabric of reality. She is here to remind you that your vision of the form of your desire is not as important as its essence. So the form, okay? So the shape and form of your desire that comes in. Knowing why you want to create something, what motivates you, what inspires you, and what beauty you're dreaming to bring to life is a key at this time. The collective dream is being manifested by the co-creative relationship between your imagination and the universe. So call to the best within you and weave your world into being with intentionality and humility. Remember that you can't control the form. Accept life on life's terms. When the goddess Spider Woman appears, she heralds the creation of the most beautiful dream that springs to life, as if by magic. Stay with it. We need your dream to be added to the web of all creation. So whatever you're doing right now is important right now, Capricorn, in terms of creativity, okay? There looks like there's something that you want to bring to fruition here. Maybe new, maybe uncomfortable, maybe unfamiliar. But I'm hearing it's important to keep around, okay? 49, you could be 49 years old, or have a parent that may be 49, or it could be 41, okay? You could also have a child that's 5 and 4. Could be a life path number 5 or life path number 4 as well, okay? Yeah, 13 energy is significant as well. So like you could be born on the 13th of like a January. Okay. Let's get into the alignment message. You must be accountable for your actions, especially when you discover They are not truly reflective of your authentic desires, or they reveal they belong only to your ego. It's not enough to turn your back and hope they will go away. If you have hurt someone else, you must repair the break. If you have manifested something you're not prepared to commit to, be humble and release it. The form is rarely the same as you imagined. The form is rarely the same as you imagined. The form is rarely the same as you imagined. If the form is the same as you imagined, that is where you keep that and hold that. In many regards, okay? But oftentimes, it's not how you're going to think about it in your mind. How you're going to visualize. It's going to be a little bit different, okay? You can always begin by calling on Spider-Woman's powers of wisdom and co-creation for help. Sometimes you might get caught up in the strands of the web itself, only following the one you think is sparkling and matches your wants. This fosters the illusion of separation. Spider-Woman offers you the alignment task, pen to paper, guys, to recalibrating your position. With her help, you can move out of seeing separation everywhere to seeing the truth that all life is interconnected and sacred. I like that. I definitely do see. It's like it may feel like you're stuck in an old way, or you're stuck in one way, and that's the only way you know. And starting something new with this creativity seems scary, fresh, because you're just it's unfamiliar territory. So you kind of just feel like you have to stay stuck in this one thing. But I'm hearing that's not true. Spider-Woman offers you the alignment task to recalibrating your position. Okay. Let's get into generosity. 41, Oshun. There is a universal law that centers on restrained generosity and flow. Oshun, I hate that word. I hate that word for some reason. Benevolent. I don't know what it is. Like, it don't sit right with me. Benevolent. Yorubian river goddess. And benevolent, doesn't it mean like destructive? Let me see. Let's find out. Maybe not. Okay, doing good. It's the other way. It's the opposite. Okay. Benevolent. But there's another one. That means the opposite. Okay, suggestive of doing good, being agreeable. Characterized or given to doing good. Relating to a charitable organization that operates without making profit. No. Okay, well, yeah. Okay. So, this is a universal law that centers on the unrestrained generosity and flow. Oshun, the benevolent Yorubian river goddess. The representation of nourishment, healing, fertility, and prosperity reminds you that life herself has given to you freely. You have been offered air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, shelter to sleep in. So it is your task to give freely to yourself, no matter how big or small the act, without expectation of receiving anything in return. Give freely of yourself. The goddess Oshun encourages you to allow gratitude to permeate everything you do right now, even the smallest opportunities and gestures. The very experience of giving and being generous with your heart, time, money, assistance, kindness, and care will provide more value than you can imagine. And when you release all the attachment of to the outcome, you will be surprised of how the good fortune you have bestowed on others comes back to you tenfold. Oshun to you is through intellect, information, inspiration, guys. Planting seeds comes back 360. It's good karma. Oshun reminds you that this is a truth that has existed since time began and will continue until the world's very end. Okay. Sometimes, universal laws, guys. Sometimes you may fall prey to fears about whether you will get what you want or get what you need, so you worry about money or love. You begin withholding. You might find yourself being overly restrictive or beginning to hoard, okay? Hoard for that proverbial rainy day. You put aside money, putting aside resources and things of that nature, okay? Thinking that you need it for this, you need it for that. It's through scarcity and through fear you withhold, okay? Do you know you cut off generous Oshun's flow of potential when you allow yourself to be convinced that there is not enough. The truth is, when you begin to be miserly with your time, affection, and gifts, you will see little in return as you all begin to notice. What isn't there. In this moment, the goddess Oshun wants to offer you this alignment task. You can't expect the great goddess to be generous with you if you show her you don't trust in the flow of her generosity. Now is the time to do the opposite of what you fear. When you feel there is not enough money, spend it to signal your trust in abundance. If you feel unloved, ask who you can love and where you can show you care. Even a kind gesture made to a stranger sends the sign that you trust in the generosity of the world. Don't wait to get what you want. Give it away to others, and you will be amazed at how things turn around. The goddess Oshun has only your best interest at heart. Okay. So it's just reminding you guys not to do things through fear. Okay. You feel like there's not enough. It's like the mindset of scarcity, guys. The energy of scarcity and lack. It's kind of getting out of that energy and understanding that the limitations are only limited based upon what we set on ourselves. Okay. With that being said, Capricorn, I hope this reading gave you some clarity. Okay. As we clear out, drop a comment down below. Let me know what's resonated, what hasn't, how you're moving forward here. If you're going through this transformation, you notice yourself learning more from yourself and utilizing your own wisdom compared to external people, places, and things. This is you learning from your environment and the people that you can, right? You're embodying the Scorpio energy right now, which lets me know you could have a Scorpio within your surroundings or it could be connected to a Scorpio in some way, shape, or form. But Scorpio, Sag, Pisces, and Taurus is all significant to you right now. Okay. I do see this full moon. It is in Libra, and it's highlighting relationships that no longer serve based upon individual alignment and individual passion, individual transformation. Okay. With that being said, Capricorn, I'm watching from afar. I'm rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? MC333. We outie, baby. If you're looking for a personal reading, one-to-one mentorship, guys, all the links are down below. You already know. Stay steadfast on your path. Let's keep it going until the next one, guys. Where my mouse at? There we go.